Okay, I've just done 4 kilometers all along from Jongensfontein, coming down a little pathway here. It's a beautiful little pathway. It goes all the way around this coast, but I just want to back up a little bit, just show you on the high water mark. You cannot get away from this. Plastic debris, marine debris. This is what we call marine debris. Now, I can pick this up, but then I'm going to be lugging a bag with me for 55 kilometers, or let's say another 10 to Stilbaai, and I'm not really in the mood for that. So I'm just making a recording of what's the type of stuff that we find on the coastline. This is all called marine debris. It's either wood, but mostly plastics. And it's all on the high water mark. See what I'm talking about? All along the high water mark. And we'll find this everywhere. Beautiful hiking trail from Jongensfontein to Stilbaai. I just passed, well, a hiker just passed me, but he was actually a jogger. So he was like jogging, hiking, jogging, all together, all along this lovely pathway. Just want to give you a little bit of a experience with me here, because this is so beautiful. And that's Jongensfontein over there. So this path apparently goes all the way to Stilbaai, which is around that corner there. It's got a nice big river mouth, which we are going to hopefully catch at low tide, which is in 30 minutes time. That'll be 9 o'clock. And then we have 5 kilometers of beach to rush along, because we need to be at the crossing point at low tide, otherwise we'll have to climb up the cliff. So just a little bit of an experience here with me to show you the beautiful scenery. And more fishermen. Just zoom in there for you. Just taking you further along this pathway. Whoops, there was a step. Wanted to show you all the dussies that are on these rocks. Always when I go on a hike, they are everywhere to be found along the coast. If you look very closely there on that rock, I'll zoom in. And they're sitting on the rock's edges there. Lots of dussies. And the fishermen. Okay, we're going to continue along this path. our favorite broken down plastics on the high water mark, plastic bottle tops. Lots and lots of little plastics, bottle tops mostly. Okay, I think you get the idea, eh? Lots of small little pieces of rope. Lots and lots of pieces of rope. Plastic debris. And this is all on the high water mark, but it's right next to the pathway as well. So I don't understand why people don't organize cleanups here. I mean, I can carry on all day like this. Just shows you here, look at this. Absolute mess. And this is about 5 kilometers from Jongensfontein. On the way to Silva. So I do a lot of rock hopping to get to places like this to show you what is the extent of marine debris along our coastline. And if we, as people that live in the area or residents, don't do anything about it, it'll just accumulate and break down into little plastics called microplastics. And this is a danger to our environment. Deny it as you want. It's a fact. Okay, I think you've seen enough. We're about 6.5 kilometers from Jongensfontein on the way to Silva, and I just wanted to once again highlight what is happening here on the high water mark. We have all sorts of plastic debris here. I'm just gonna run through this very quickly just to show you. But you know what's sad is that the people that live here don't do anything to lift this up, to pick this up, to take this away. It's all along the high water mark. And it's so beautiful here. I mean, if I lived here, if I had a house here, I would surely make an effort to clean this up. On we go. Alright, about 7.3 kilometers after Jongensfontein. This is the beach, just a little beach. Maybe about another 6 kilometers away from Silva. And obviously, at this pace, I'm not going to make the mouth of that Silva river by 9 o'clock because it is now 20 past 9. Very funny. Okay, so we're going as fast as we can. we're doing about a kilometer every 13-14 minutes. From far away this looked like a shipwreck, but it's not, it's a little fisherman's hut. And there we have some fishermen sitting on the rocks. What a nice day for catching fish. It's beautiful, there's not a breeze in the air. You can hear the sound of the waves. And on we go. Just some more footage to show you that this hiking trail carries on and on and on all the way to Still Bay. I'm now at 9.3 kilometer mark from Jongensfontein, and I was thinking to myself, there's no point in me just taking so much footage about plastic debris, because even here at this 9.25 kilometer mark I still find plastic bottles washed out on the high water mark, and it doesn't seem as if anybody wants to pick it up. There's a lot of fishermen along here. Wherever I look I see fishermen, but I also see, wherever I look on the high water mark, plastic bottles. Now sure enough, if no one ever picked up plastic, there would be quite a lot of plastic lying here. So I am assuming that these guys who live here definitely do an effort, make an effort to pick up the plastic bottles that lie here. So what we're seeing here is just another day on the beach in South Africa, plastic washing out. And this just proves my point that this is not just a once-off operation. This is on and on and on, continuous. We have to encourage residents of areas like Jongensfontein, like Still Bay, to do regular cleanups of this coastline. And a beautiful little pathway. This beautiful scenery, and then bam, piece of plastic. What a pity. Holiday makers, there's a beautiful beach. To show that I'm coming around the edge of the coast towards Still Bay. Just going to go quickly around here. So I'm going to go there to that point there. That's where the mouth of the river is, coming into the sea. And then it's all along that coastline. That's just beach. Sorry, let's just zoom that in a bit. I was zoomed in, okay. So all along that coastline, that's about a 5 kilometer stretch, estimated, to the rock's edge. And I was supposed to be there by low tide. Well, I'm not going to make it today. Maybe I could make that late afternoon, early evening, and see what happens there. High tide is at 3 o'clock. Now my apologies, high tide is at 6 o'clock tonight, so I've got a couple of hours to get there. I'm just going to walk along this road, make it a bit easier on my feet. I'm now at 13 kilometers from Jongensfontein. I'm coming into Still Bay Harbour. Very professional here, controlling and all that. This is the Still Bay beach. Well, there's the beach and there's the swimming place, swimming area, whatever. The bay. So we call it the Bay of Still Bay. Nice and clean here. No marine debris whatsoever. All along the stretch. Oh, I think he floored out there. So I'm going to go and take my boots off where that beach starts. And then I'm going to walk barefoot on the beach. Beach of Still Bay. Very, very clean. I've just come from the harbour. Around that corner. So this is about 1.5 to almost 1 3/4 hours after low tide, and I'm going to have to wade through this now to the other side. This is the mouth of the Still Bay River, or whatever you want to call it. So here goes. I'm probably going to get soaking wet. I really tried just now, and I remember that all my chargers and everything haven't been wrapped into the waterproof bag, so I had to go back. So this is my second attempt, and I've already had to, like now, negotiate these waves hitting me to my midriff. Hey, hey. This is going to be interesting. This is on the other side of the mouth of Still Bay, and I'm going to be walking this coast. Don't exactly know how long this is, but anyway, it's now 3 o'clock, 3 hours away from high tide. And here already we can see signs of marine debris. A big steel drum that is washed out just above the high water mark. So you saw there a straw, a lighter, a cigarette butt, fishing line, a whole bundle of fishing line back there as well. These are the things that wash out. Here's some more fishing line. Look at this bundle over here. And I believe that this is also a very well-known fishing spot. Look at this. I think I'm actually going to start collecting this now. Okay, I've actually picked up that fishing line now. Try and get into this bag. Alright, so any more fishing line I find along this stretch of coast, I'm going to pick up. Now let's see how much fishing line we've got at the end of this little exercise. This fishing spot 3.5 kilometers from Still Bay. As you can see, there's a piece of pink fishing line, which I have to go and get. And there you can see other fishermen, or one at least. is in a marine protected area. I know there's going to be a lot of wind noise, but I wanted you to see these very interesting stone formations. Not formations, but stone shapes, and a lot of stones lying here. Oh, the sound of the waves. So, over the last kilometer or so, I've been picking up plastics because I just cannot resist it. Okay, it's just unbelievable, these things that are lying here. And because this is a marine protected area, no one comes here, so no one will clean up. But who knows what one will find on the other side of these rocks. Let's go and see. Nice private beach. I remember it's now high tide, so strictly speaking I should not be able to get past here. So we are going to navigate our way through here, bag in all.
5.1 kilometers. Total time 1 hour 19 minutes and 39 seconds. This would be 20 minutes per
As you can hear in the background, I'm mapping my hike. And here we are on the beach.
Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be found off my big home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. When you look under the rocks and plants and take a glance at the fancy ants, then maybe try a few.
High tide is here. Definitely. Look, more plastic washed out. I'm just gonna grab this one. So what's gonna happen is when the water goes back like that, we're gonna make a run for it. I mean me and my bag and I. And my faithful walking stick. Alright, now's the time. I'm making a break for it before the water comes.
Now when you pick a pawpaw or a prickly pear and you prick a raw paw, well next time beware. Don't pick the prickly pear by the paw. When you pick a pear, try to use the claw. But you don't need to use the claw when you pick a pear of the big pawpaw. Have I given you a clue? The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you.
Exactly at the 6 kilometer mark. This is from Stilbaai Beach. I fill up a full bag of plastics and I can't anymore because I still have to do, whoops, phew, lost my balance there. I still have to do another 35 kilometers. Actually another 40 kilometers. So I'm not going to lug this bag 40 kilometers. I'm just going to carry it a little while and find a space where I can put it where people can actually access it. So hopefully a little bit further down. But this is the scenery that I'm seeing here. Lots of plastic bottles washing out.
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities or Mother Nature's recipes that bring the fairness.
I've come to the end of the marine protected area, the reserve. And right over here to my surprise, there's a house. Look at that. Wow. So this guy, or whoever it is, it's got an amazing private beach with this vista, this view. So I'm going to leave my bag. I've collected a full bag of plastic bottles, bottle tops, rope, polystyrene, quite a lot of polystyrene pieces, and that's what I've collected. And I'm going to leave it here at this guy's stairs so he can take it with and get rid of it, because now I have to walk without any constraints. This was quite a mission, carrying this bag all over those rocks and boulders. Okay, see you now. 1.5 kilometers from Still Bay, on a private beach, so it seems. This is a typical site on the high water mark. You will find all these plastic bottles, lots of timber, polystyrene, plastic bottles, lots of wood. This is common. This is common. I see this a lot. But the sad thing is, as I said so many times before, the owners of these houses that are up here on the cliffs, they do nothing to come and collect or clean up the beach. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And I don't know how to address this. So there you have a high cliff, and above there you'll see, eventually we'll probably have houses on the other side of those cliffs. Pristine beach, but littered with plastic. So I think we must get working for the coast out here, because they can access this place. They can. Or I must bring in a couple of volunteers and come and clean up here.
To be with They only hold us down. So by the morning's light, we'll be halfway to anywhere where love is more than just your
The 9-kilometer mark from the mouth of Silva-Swart River. I made a mistake just now by saying we're about 10 kilometers in. This is 9 kilometers. It's so sad to see this. What are we gonna do? We're killing our world. You're probably thinking, okay, I've seen enough. Please don't show me any more of this. I cannot bear it anymore. Well, I see this every time I walk, every time I do long distance hikes, and I get to private beaches or beaches where the public don't reach. And this is a governmental issue. They should send their people in to come and clean here. They should create jobs. Working for the coast, it's only a small group of people that are working in certain selected areas. They don't know about this. Or maybe they do, but they just don't have the finance, the funds, the resources.
To burlesque everything you dream of but never can possess. Nothing's what it seems. Welcome to burlesque. Oh, everyone is buying. Put your money in my hand. If you got a little extra, give it to the band. You may not be guilty, but you're ready to confess. Tell me what you need. Welcome to burlesque. You can dream of cocoa, do it at your risk.
This is day 2 of the hike to Gouritzmond. This is where I made my home last night, just at the foot of this cliff, and just on the edge of these rocks. And my companions once again, plastic, with all this rope that washed up here. At about 3 o'clock this morning, it was high tide and the water came right up to here, and it started to rain. So I was there in my little spot that I made in the sand. So I'm going to have to do 20 kilometers in 5 hours today over terrain that probably looks like this. Well, in about 3 hours time, it'll be low tide, which means that I could actually then just run along this coast much faster than walking at a difficult pace going over rocks. So I will probably run around the sand. You'll see there's sand over here, so let's see how far I go. The time now is 6:20, and the sun will be rising in about 10 minutes around that corner. sunrise along the coast of Gouritzmond, South Africa. Difficult terrain that I have to follow all along this coastline. 20 kilometers of this. I was hoping for some beach. Not gonna happen. So I've just determined that I am in Vergaderingsklip Private Reserve. And it does look like a vergadering of klippe here, eh? And marine debris washed out here. This is 1 kilometer into this reserve and it's going to be tough going today. I don't think we can get any rubber ducks in here to come and take this marine debris out of this beaches. It's going to be too difficult. Okay, so you can see a lot of marine debris here. This is 1.5 kilometers into this reserve, Vergaderingsklip Private Reserve. There's no way you can get here by car or by foot by means of pathways. It's only the way I came now, over those boulders, and you saw the terrain. That was quite hectic. Anyway, we still got another odd 3 kilometers to go in on this type of terrain, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get some flat sand. looks like there was a attempt at making a staircase there sometime. You can see the remains of a staircase. So this 3-kilometer stretch has been quite tough, and right before I got to the beach I slipped on a very slippery stone going along the low water mark. Yeah, and now I've got a bleeding elbow, but anyway, that's part of hiking on this difficult terrain. Let's go and see what's happening around that corner. Okay, I'm going to attempt crossing this rickety bridge. The other side. Looks okay. Yeah, it's quite sturdy. There we go. Beautiful beaches. It's now exactly 9 o'clock in the low tide. Well, okay, it's 8:45. There is another staircase going up, so access from a road which I've seen on the map now for the fishermen. They come down here, but that's all private property, so it's a long drive along a dirt road, and then they come and they can catch their fish here. This beach is clean. Not a lot of washed out plastics here, maybe the odd 1 or 2 bottles, but you know what we've all been fearing is true, is that the broken down plastics, they still end up on the beach. So with low tide it makes the walking very easy. I've now done 5 kilometers in I started at 6:30, 2 hours 15 minutes. You can see it was very slow going because of the terrain. The rocks are very, very difficult to get over. I even slipped and hurt myself a little bit on my elbow. My boots are soaking wet, but I've now put on dry socks, so my feet will be fine. Alright, so I'm going to go all along here on the reef. It's not difficult. Beautiful, isn't it? And because of the low water, as I had hoped, there's lots of beach. So the going will go much better now. deserted to me. This is now exactly 23 kilometers from Still Bay, and I've still got another 24 to go. So I'm halfway from Still Bay to Gourits. As you can see, more stuff washed out. Plastic. And a couple of buoys. I wish I could take this stuff with me. They make good decorations, but I don't have the energy. Off the beaches, there was a little house. Followed the dirt track. I just got to show you this. I mean, it's terrible what it looks like here. This slipway between the rocks here. Lots of plastic here. Containers. What's that? That's like an animal cage. Crates, etc., etc. So I'm going to follow this dirt track. And it's going to take me to the beach again. Yeah, I didn't feel like clambering over the rocks. It looks like there's been someone walking here. Could have been early this morning with a dog. Maybe a fisherman. Don't see dog paws. Okay, so I'm going to go along there. At the 12-kilometer mark, this is from this morning, from hiking this morning. There's a little private property there. A small little beach. And then there looks like the jeep track. So I'm following the jeep track. See, there's a hiking trail. Obviously taking visitors from there over along this hiking trail to that bench we saw a bit earlier. A lot of dassies here on the rocks. Okay, you can't see them now, they all ran away. Anyway, so let's continue this very interesting hiking trail. Lovely. Makes my life so much easier. So this is just going there, onto the little beach. And then the hiking trail will go all the way to that house. And beyond, hopefully. Take a little break here at this house. I'm going to have some lunch. My lunch is some corned meat, an egg, some peanuts, energy bar, and some water, because I managed to get a tap which is linked to a rainwater container, and I filled my water bottles, so I'm very blessed. Very, very blessed that God has provided me with sustenance. Beautiful view. There's a road that goes up at the back here, and I'm going to take that road because it carries on for a long stretch, probably about another kilometer along the coast. I'll take that for easy walking on my feet. But look at this view. Beautiful, eh? Yeah. It's now 11:45. I'm on the 11-kilometer mark since waking up this morning. So still got 20 to go. Climbing again. And my feet are getting sore now. 17 kilometers from this morning. Pace is going slow. Just wanted to show you this. Another mess. Lots of timber, lots of wood. So they call this a cache point, where they get all the stuff from, they wash it out to here. Looks like it could be a pathway, this, but I don't get my hopes too high. These things soon disappear. I eventually found a horse track. That little small track that I found, I followed, and now I have come across a horse track. So lots of horse dung. Nice one. Now I'm just going to follow this. And it looks like in the far end there the track carries on. So let's hold thumbs. A house of some sorts in front, probably also deserted.
The road is long, but yes, I know. Got to reach the end. Tell me why we weary and tired, I can't stop the rest, 'cause I have break away from captivity. Very soon I know they will be after me, so I just can't stop, no I just can't stop. I can't stop to rest, tell you I can't stop, no I just can't stop. I can't stop to rest. I've got to be free, got to reach the border, you see. I need to be free from captivity, so I just can't stop, no I just can't stop. I can't stop to rest, tell you I can't stop, no I just can't stop. I can't stop to rest, tell you why. From captivity, very soon I know they will be after me, so I just can't stop, no I just can't stop. I can't stop to rest, tell you why. Can't stop, no I just can't stop. I can't stop to rest, tell you why. Got to reach the borderline, boy, boy. Got to reach the borderline, yes, I'll be free. Got to reach the borderline, yes, I'll be free. Got to reach the borderline, got to reach the borderline, got to reach the borderline. I can't stop, oh yes.
Exactly 19 kilometers from where I started this morning. I just went through this, holding the fence. I don't know what this is. There's a dirt track. I'm going to go and take that dirt track. And there's the lighthouse, Gouritzmond lighthouse. So I'm going to take the road and walk towards that lighthouse, because from there it's all the way to on the road. You can just see the lighthouse. I'm on my way to the end of my coastal hike. This is the last of the scenery. Here's a tire. Some plastic bottles over here. All along this little dusty trail. This used to be a hiking trail, I think. To the beach on the other side of the bushes there. But alas, no more. So, this is it. Let's see what happens after that. Little ridge. Walking the dirt track, Gouritzmond, and I come across 3 zebra walking in the road. How awesome is that?
I can't stop to rest. I've got to be free, got to reach the border, you see. I need to be free from captivity, so I just can't stop, no I just can't stop. I can't stop to rest, tell you why. Can't stop, no I just can't stop. I can't stop to rest, tell you why.
So I'm about 6 kilometers from Gouritzmond. But I just wanted to show you this. This is on the side of the dirt road, where these things are washed up. Unbelievable. No one will stop and pick this up. Isn't this sad? I mean, these houses are all like, no one's living here. It's just holiday houses, and there's not a lot there. But there are a couple of farms here. Just look at this. Terrible.
Got to reach the borderline, yes, I'll be free. Got to reach the borderline.